I'll tell you. Brad sounds like they are drinking the love juice. He had a good half year.
Like that
just
juice.
stop. I know you like the love juice. You drinking it right now?
How's it taste?
It tastes delicious. It tastes like winning.
For a half a year. And I think that like, for me, I think based off how he played with what he had, it's easy for me to sit here and say, I believe in love. Like, and if Brett in the 262 thinks, I want to see a full 17-game Jordan Love and the playoffs, I guess I get that. I just think you are guarding your heart and not accepting the fact that with the youngest roster in the NFL, he led them to the playoffs as the youngest team ever, and then was the first 7 seed to knock off a team in Super Wildcard Weekend while playing his best football at that time. Sure, did he throw a bad interception to end the season against the Niners? Yes, but I think the team itself outplayed the 49ers. So there's enough tough games that I can recall vividly. There's enough moments, enough wow moments in that 10-game stretch. Oh, wow. I'm fine drinking love juice, and I'm fine with you having, and again, there's going to be. You want me to drink the? I got my own.
Drink your own, because you kiss your dog that eats mice, so I don't want that.
I just think of Jordan. Jordan Love is 25 years old, and he played for 1 season. Dude's top 5 MVP candidate. Like, I mean, they don't mess around when it comes to, like, our friends at Paddle Sportsbook, and when it comes to setting lines, they don't mess with these lines. There's a reason why they are had. And he took this team, what you said, Ben, completely unequaled as far as how young they were, how much further they had to go. What he's able to put together is unbelievable. It's undeniable.
He was magnificent this year. We've talked about it, we've raved about it, and we absolutely love talking about Jordan Love and what he did this season. But Brad, one thing you are forgetting is the fact that Jordan Love has seasons to sit behind and learn the offense in Green Bay. Putting Jordan Love in a situation where he gets traded and has to learn an offense, we don't know what that looks like. I don't think Jordan Love has the same success as a Green Bay Packers quarterback if he had to start day one like a Justin Herbert, like a Tua Tagovailoa, or like a Joe Burrow as well.
Tagovailoa.
Isn't it Tagovailoa?
Tagovailoa.
Tonga? Oh, okay, my bad.
Think it's Tonga.
Yeah, it's Tagovailoa.
Okay, well, T-A-G, tag. So I apologize to my Samoan brothers and sisters. But overall, what I'm saying is this, is that he had the benefit to sit and learn the offense behind one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. That's why when it was his turn to shine, he shined. I don't know what Jordan Love looks like when he has to go somewhere and learn a new offense and learn a new team and have to implement, the game plan right away. So he had the benefit of that. That's why he looked so good. So trying to take him from one team to another, we don't know how he deals with that type of change, but we know when he has time to sit, he has time to learn and digest the playbook, he executes on a very high level.
Well, there's no doubt that he is in a best situation in Green Bay with Matt LaFleur sitting behind to learn the system. That allows him to be the best quarterback he can be. But his arm strength, his accuracy, his footwork needs some work. But the thing is what he's doing without great footwork, his ability to scramble, read defenses, that's all transferable.
It all is. And look, I do, like, again, if you want to guard your heart, guard your heart. But I'm going to, like, it used to just be like, oh, the eye test, I still think he's going to be good. You have a 10-game sample size with the youngest roster in the NFL, in which everyone was arguing that Goody did not set up Love for success when they were 2-5.
Aaron Rodgers wanted to leave.
And here you are with a guy that elevated the team. There's a leadership quality there that I love as well, right? Like, he very well could have just been like, yeah, no, like, this isn't the year. I'm just going to learn. Like, he did not give up, and it was clear that the team continued to believe in him, and that's why they got to where they were. Because if we don't, if we forget here, the special team sucked again, and the defense had Joe Barry, who had his moments late, but throughout the season, I mean, Tommy DeVito, who was benched, had a Michael Vick game.
Yikes. Yeah.
800-990-3776 on Twitter at KBN ESPN in honor of the Giannis documentary, Giannis the Marvelous Journey. What is the next Wisconsin sports documentary you want to see made? As well as, do you like 90-minute one-part documentary or like a 4-part series? We have that on Twitter at KBN ESPN. Have your responses, have your replies. We get to that. And we have till 5 o'clock here. Coming up next.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN.
I think it's clear.
Yeah, and if Doc replicates what Booty did last year, or all I'm saying
Come on, guys! His name is Coach Bud!
If he replicates
Coach Booty!
what Coach Bud
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. In season, off season, draft season. Whatever season it is, we are Milwaukee's place to talk green and gold. Listen, watch, or stream live whenever, wherever. 94.5 ESPN.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit defending the environment and people's health. Until justice stands for all, our lawyers will never rest. More at earthjustice.org/neverrest. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
Right now, the prices of diamonds are probably the lowest we'll see in our lifetime.
Diamond prices are low, low, low. Here's why.
It was hard to meet new people during COVID.
When a person meets their soulmate, they usually get engaged about 39 months later.
People started dating again only about 36 months ago.
Most of the people who got engaged during COVID
Or immediately after COVID.
were already in a relationship before the COVID lockdown began.
The Wall Street Journal even published a story about all of this.
Low sales of engagement rings created a worldwide oversupply of diamonds.
But now, engagement ring sales are beginning to pick up again.
By the end of next spring, this temporary oversupply will be gone.
And diamond prices will start climbing like crazy.
If you ever wanted to own a big diamond, this is the year to do it.
Find the Kesslers nearest you at KesslersDiamonds.com.
If you want to own a big diamond, the time is now.
The countdown to opening day is on. Get your tickets for an action-packed 2024 Brewers season now. That's any game you want, any way you want. All season, featuring brand new giveaways, brand new theme nights and community nights. Can't miss ticket deals, and all the season's best Brewers action. Make sure you're here for every moment. Check out the complete schedule and grab your seats now at brewers.com/tickets.
Woo! I am thirsty today. Definitely gonna need a cold one. There's the one. It's fish fry season, Wisconsin, and one of my favorite traditions is heading to a local fish fry and enjoying with some Potosi Brewing Cave Ale. Wonder from Potosi is here with me to tell us about Cave Ale and all about Potosi's Fish Fry Contest. Head to PotosiBrewing.com and click on the Events tab to find where you can enjoy Potosi Cave Ale and vote for your favorite fish fry.
That's what goes best with fish fries is Potosi Cave Amber Ale. 5.5% malted beer, so very smooth and well balanced. When you go into your favorite place, look for Potosi Cave Ale on tap. Inside there should be some signs and coasters, and on those will be a QR code. Vote for them for best fish fry.
Head to Magoo's on the Mount, JB's Blue Ribbon, 3rd Street Market Hall, and Cleveland Pub and Grill. Vote for your favorite Wisconsin fish fry now, and of course, keep that fridge stocked.
Get your game on at the Island Resort and Casino with first-round picks of your favorite slots and table games. Bring friends and watch your favorite team compete on big screens. Grab game day eats in T. McSee's Sports Bar or celebrate your team's victory in Horizon's Steakhouse. To book your game time at the Island Resort and Casino, call 800-682-6040 today.
The Greater Milwaukee Golf Show presented by Old Fashioned Golf returns Friday, March 1st through Sunday, March 3rd at a new location in Franklin at Mosh Performance Center and Lux Golf Bays. Save $5 on advance tickets at RoyalGolfShows.com. The first 1,000 people each day get a free sleeve of golf balls. Experience what Lux Golf has to offer in their new free hitting base. It's the Greater Milwaukee Golf Show March 1st through the 3rd at Mosh and Lux Golf Bays in Franklin with free parking. Visit RoyleGolfShows.com.
You're listening to Kyle Bruston Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Tune in to the Behind the Bucks on the Bucks Plus Audio Network presented by Gallagher. Behind the Bucks is uncovering all the stories around the Milwaukee Bucks, a long-form storytelling podcast that offers fans a just like an inside look at all Bucks-related topics. So from the hardwood to the city streets and everything else in between, a behind-the-scenes look at Giannis's documentary, discussions with community leaders, and find out the thoughts of former stars. Behind the Bucks uncovers all of that and brings you Bucks stories like you've never heard it before. Behind the Bucks, presented by Gallagher. Find it on Bucks Plus, wherever you get your podcasts. We are Kyle Brust and Norman. I'm Ben Brust alongside Packer backer, Wisconsin backer Kyle Wallace. Second place Brad. I have other ones. I don't know why I've been leaning on second place Brad. What do you want today?
I actually like second place Brad. It's kind of fun.
All right. For those who don't know,
it's just funny.
I mean, I have to reset it every now and again.
That's true.
Well, he lost in the state finals of the high school football season, lost in 2 Rose Bowls, lost in an AFC championship game, and lost famously in Super Bowl 50 on the Panthers.
Yeah,
Did you think of anything else? Little League,
Oh, well, I did play basketball, too. We lost in the state quarterfinals at the Kohl Center, too, so we lost there.
Oh, Brookfield Central went to the quarterfinals in basketball when you were there?
Oh, yeah.
Who was on your team that was good?
Man, I don't know. We're just a bunch of dudes.
You say, I don't know. You ride the bench? I'm trying to.
No, I played. I started.
He don't even know.
I mean,
he was the team.
We had no Ben Brust on our team, but we just had a bunch of dudes that were scrappy and good players.
All right, now.
So we asked KBN Nation, as Brad wants to see the Ryan Braun story, as Giannis, The Marvelous Journey on Amazon inspired us. What's the next Wisconsin sports documentary you would like to see? Brad wants to see the inside look into Ryan Braun's PED use and all the parts that come with this. Kyle wants to see Titletown. I like just say your title.
So I've been working on it. The return of the title to Titletown.
What? It was better way before.
The return of Titletown.
I like that. I like that better.
What about Lombardi's return to Titletown?
Ooh,
because it's the Lombardi Trophy.
Yeah, something like that. The return of Lombardi to Titletown.
Goody versus Rogers, From Darkness to Love. That's mine. I want to see everything. All the drama, both sides, untold. Goody, Rogers, everyone just talking crap about each other. He said, she said, this, that, the other thing.
See, the problem is, I feel like you two's documentary is only of interest to Wisconsin sports fans, right? Like, I think that's it. Like, nobody's going to care about Ryan Braun juicing. Some people care about Aaron Rodgers.
All we saw on national headlines was Goody Rogers. A lot of people
nobody cared about Goody. Maybe the Aaron Rodgers part people would definitely care about, but nobody cares about Goody and the drama behind
I guess the ayahuasca, Into the Darkness retreat.
Yeah, that's all Rodgers. Like, people like to see his stupidity.
It depends on the plot line that plays out, right? Because if you can pull out things that people didn't know and the way you weave it together.
Yeah, they can weave it together. I mean, they called him They called Goody Jerry Krause.
Yeah. There are tons of 30 for 30s on ESPN that are about teams or players that I didn't really think much about, but you watch them, you're like, oh my gosh, this is so well put together. It's dramatic.
That's
There's
true.
More, scandal than you ever thought.
You got a point there. I do think if there was a 30 for 30 on Ryan Braun, there probably would be some people that talked about it.
I really don't think the Ryan Braun one could be more than just one episode. It might even be like a 55-minute one. Just get right to the point. I think your guys's could be well in a 4-part series, because I could see the return to Titletown. It's like the build-up of it, the Super Bowl itself, the letdown of the 97 season, and same thing with yours, Ben, with the drama that unfolded.
Rippin' Rona wants a Bo Ryan documentary. He did win a national championships at Platteville, all the way to becoming the Wisconsin Badgers head coach, not even as the number 1 choice, I believe. Then we have a 2-part miniseries, one called The Unthinkable, about the 2000 UW Badgers basketball team, and then the teams that captured our heart, 2014 and 2015 Final 4 years. That's Z and the D. Yeah.
Unfulfilled Destiny. That's what that should be called.
Dang, that's good.
That is good, actually.
Brad Nortman, the punter story. That's every day here. On KBN.
That one's breaking records.
And we also put out there on YouTube or on Twitter for you, as we go to KBN ESPN. Do you like a 1-part 90-minute documentary or a 4-part series? 63% like the 1 part, and that's the world we live in. People don't want to. They want to just...
You want a long 2-hour documentary?
No, I'm just saying people want to just do things once and be done with it.
There's so much
Attention
out there.
spans.
Yeah, attention span. Attention span is lower.
I like having series because it gives you something like to go. Because the way they end each episode, it has some type of suspense to it. It makes you want to say, "Ooh, what's coming up next? I can't wait to see what's next." I like that, but I like that. Even with I feel like The Last Dance, they let it all out in parts, right? They didn't do it all at one time.
Correct.
They did it in multiple parts.
Every week, it was like the one thing I could look forward to in terms of sports when they weren't happening. It was reliving those moments.
They bumped that up for us.
Joey in the 262, second place Brad, an almost winning story.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Then call it Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. Well, it was until it wasn't. I can tell you that much. Goody said, "See you later. Moving on to love."
I'm shocked nobody said anything about The Last Dance, the Green Bay Packers, the story of the Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams end of the era.
I mean, that's part of my Goody versus Rodgers because, again, Goody didn't prioritize Devontae Adams, and then at that point it was too late. He wanted to leave to go to Vegas. He also didn't think Jordan Love was any good. Now he's saying he's good. There's so much in that.
Put it in that one.
There's so much in there. I just want to live it all again and get even more information.
Well, it was just peak drama of Rodgers. There were so many characters on that team. It's just
I've been watching too much trash TV, clearly.
Yeah.
And nothing wrong with that.
I agree.
I think too. Whenever you just stick a microphone in front of Aaron Rodgers, you're just gonna get gold. I think they would need a 4-part documentary plus like an extras reel of just like letting Rodgers uncut and unfiltered just talk. Now that'd be interesting.
Now, what I do want to discuss moving forward is the Milwaukee Bucks again, because as we saw yesterday, Doc Rivers had some comments on SiriusXM NBA radio. His former player J.J. Redick called him out. Now current Milwaukee Buck Patrick Beverley came back at J.J. Redick. They had a back and forth. Ultimately, it's about results for me now. Put the jargon behind us. You're past All-Star break. Get together as a team. Start working on the philosophy and come out and show that all this is noise that we don't need to be talking about. But unfortunately, I feel like we do. And Brad, you have an idea. I also heard Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike on ESPN Radio from 5 to 9 on 100.5 ESPN, 5 to 7 here on 94.5 ESPN. Talk about what the Bucks need to do. So that's coming up next in 2 minutes. You got Rutledge and Hamilton up next in Madison from 4 to 6. Kyle Bruss and Nortman take you to the Homer Hour. We're here till 5. ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube, 800-990-3776. We're back in 2 minutes.
Don't believe it. Sell out.
We've got westbound 94 backing up just a bit from 25th Street all the way to Mitchell Boulevard. Southbound 43 is going to be tightening up from Fond du Lac Avenue down through the Marquette and over the high-rise bridge. Our earlier issue we had on northbound 43 just north of Silver Spring has been cleared out of the way. We do have a southbound 41 backup right past Capitol Drive. Traffic is brought to you by the Neal Group. They know how to minimize your taxes to get more money in your pocket. Visit nealgroup.net. That's NEAL Group.net. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, mostly cloudy skies, slight chance for showers later on to the south, a low of 38. Tomorrow, slight chance for showers early, decreasing clouds with a high of 50. Weather is brought to you by National Liquor Mart at 16th and National in Milwaukee. Packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirit deals in town. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Weather is brought to you by Showtime Floors, installing beautiful floor shield. Transform your garage or basement floors into a showpiece. Mention ESPN for 10% off now through December 31st. ShowtimeFloors.com.
Do you love winning? This February, head to Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee and fall head over heels with the Love It or Leave It $400,000 game show. Thursday nights, you could play the Love It or Leave It game show where you can love your prize or leave it for another. Play with your club card to earn drawing entries. Top prize is $10,000 in cash. It's time for Love It or Leave It. Only at Potawatomi. Learn more at pacebig.com. Must be 21 years old and a club member to play.
Hey, it's Kyle Wallace for Universal Windows Direct. Do not suffer through one more winter in a cold and drafty home. Call my guys at Universal Windows Direct. Super Spacer technology helps keep the edge of the glass warmer, holds the window sill longer, and makes the window last up to 5 times longer than other window systems. Call 414-410-2000 to schedule your free in-home estimate today. And for every 2 windows you buy, you get the next 2 free. Plus, a free upgrade to triple pane glass. Like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
Hey, this is Jen Latta. You're listening to 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
We them boys. We them boys.
It's the 414 hour at 4 on KBN.
That is Kyle Wallace. I am Ben Brust alongside Brad Nortman as well. Chris Larson running the show. In honor of Giannis the Marvelous Journey, what's the next Wisconsin sports documentary you want to see made? This one made me chuckle. Ryan from Iguanago. Did I graduate? The Ben Brust story.
That's good.
That is good.
That's good.
You did. Show me your transcripts.
Like I said, I was in Lithuania playing professionally. I called my academic advisor on Skype, and I was like, you got. I'm having nightmares. You got to go into the system and tell me that I actually graduated.
Have you ever not? You've never requested your college transcript for any reason before?
No. Why would I need to?
I guess if you don't go to grad school, do jobs, they don't even need official transcripts.
Just put it on your resume. I mean, I guess they can go look into it.
They can request them. The only time I've had to request my official transcripts is like applying for a certification, like CPA.
I don't want to see my transcripts.
Yeah.
I kind of want to see your transcripts. What was your GPA, Ben?
What do you think it was, Brad?
I think Ben Brust started off college a little bit behind, but I think he clawed his way back up. I'm guessing, Ben, you had a 3.25 GPA, which is respectable at University of Wisconsin.
I think he was around a little bit lower. I think he was like a 3.0 something. I think that's what he was.
Good guesses. So you were right. So here's the thing.
I was.
No. You were right in the journey.
Oh.
So I did a lot of those classes that everyone takes. You know, you got to get your gen eds. What do they call them?
Gen eds, yes. General education classes.
You got to get those out of the way. I hated those. I like to talk about, like, as you guys know, things that we're passionate about. I love doing this, which is fun every day. If you tell me to go learn about something that I don't give a crap about, like, I don't know, one of them was nutrascience. I don't care about
signed up for that. That doesn't sound interesting at all.
Exactly, but it was something that, like, all right, you just needed some credits, take this. A lot of people take it. When I got to my major, made a lot of friends, maybe brown nosed a little bit, and got good grades in my major because, I loved the people that I was working with. I did like the classes. I took a radio class. I took like a social media class. I love that. But yeah, I mean, there's some bad stories in there about the gen eds. Like I forgot to take a final, and then
okay.
No.
Wait, did I have to tell you this?
I forgot to take a final. How do you forget to take a final?
Okay.
How does that work?
I'm sweating just thinking about that.
I'm just concerned. You needed to get whooped. Your daddy needed to drive up there and whoop you. Even though he wasn't paying for tuition, he needed to give you a whooping for that.
All right, so I ended up with like a 2.95, which isn't bad,
no,
right? Like that. Like that's good. I would say it's great for me.
I mean, hey,
I'm getting guesses on the text, personal text line of a lot lower, which is very.
You're not dumb. You got
it's respectable. It's respectable.
And Stanford,
it's just a joke.
So wild.
Where was I going with this? Because now I'm
the
distracted.
final that you missed.
Oh, the final that I missed. Because there's a lot of stories. One of our walk-ons hid their paper, and I got a D in living with wildlife because of that. But I took an online class.
Wait a minute, real quick. You took Living with Wildlife. I know you took like big bands and stuff.
Oh yeah, I took soil science.
Come on, what classes?
Why are you taking all these?
I got a B in soil science.
But why are you taking all these sciences? You only need like 8 credits of science.
Well, I was in life sciences communication because it was a great major. It had a mixture of that and like not journalism media.
And you took
I ain't no journalist.
You took a social media class?
Yeah, LSC 432. I'll never forget it.
I feel like you're just kind of like hanging out in the peripheral of Madison's classes. Like some of like the strange, obscure classes.
What was your plan if you did not become like a basketball player or a radio host?
I don't know. but I'm here now.
You're just gonna stumble into something, huh?
Yeah, make friends.
Yeah,
you know?
you had no real plan.
I really didn't.
I just played basketball.
I might have been one of those guys, but okay.
Oh yeah, okay. Missing the final.
To the online class, I think it was like a intro to finance class. I had an A. I liked it. I like numbers. I like finance. I like learning about that stuff. Believe it or not, if you've seen or listened to Are You Smarter Than Ben Brust? I had to do the test within like a week. Like it was a scheduled day, and I got to that. It was like I was due on a Friday, and I was driving home, and it was a Sunday. I was leaving my brother's house, and I said that I was like, I think I forgot to take the final. And I did. So I frantically emailed the professor. I said, I'm so sorry. I'm home right now in between, the weekend of workouts. This is the 8-week session of basketball at the University of Wisconsin. And then she was like, okay, I'll extend it 2 days for you. I was like, thank the Lord.
Oh, wow. So you got to take it.
Forgot to take it again.
Oh, no.
You did
I would have
not.
failed. I would have
Oh, my
failed.
God.
I don't know why she didn't fail me.
I
don't know why she didn't fail me.
Oh, you left a terrible taste in your mouth.
She extended the final for me.
You ruined it for the next kid after because of the fact that I did this for somebody else and they didn't follow through, so I'm not going to do that anymore. Thanks, Ben. Selfish.
Oh, man. My heart.
I
my
forgot
pulse
to
is,
take it
quickening.
again. So D's get degrees. I got a 2.9. So imagine if I would have got an A on that one. I probably would end up in 3.0s. I could have been all academic Big Ten a couple of times.
So she did give. She
gave me a passing grade.
A D.
Not in the final, but it was like based off how it was weighted. I think I was like 95% heading into the final, but the 0 on the final brought me down to the D to the passing grade.
How did you miss it the second time around?
Something wrong with you, man.
We know that.
Something's wrong with you. Two times?
My mind can't make sense of this.
Ryan from McGuanago said the documentary you want to see.
Oh my gosh.
Did I graduate? The Ben Brust story.
Yeah.
So here we are.
Now I see why he had that feeling and that dream in Lithuania. Like, do you know the nervousness I would have and how I would
your faces when you guys had no idea I missed the final twice.
Yes, like just the fact that when I would have went on my computer and my chest would have sunk into my stomach when I realized, oh my gosh, I forgot to take my final exam, and I would have been frantic, would have emailed a lady, and she would have saved my life. I would say, let me get this done now. No, not Ben. Ben said,
you got 2 days.
Thank goodness
I got 2 days.
Yeah.
And then when did you realize you forgot to take it again?
I don't remember that moment. I was just like,
that is
my
legitimate nightmare fuel. I have nightmares about missing exams, deadlines, not knowing the exams, things like that. Like that is a living nightmare, Ben Brust. I did not need to know that in life. Wow.
800-990-3776, 800-990-ESPN. I do want to reset the Milwaukee Bucks conversation. Give these guys a chance to catch their breaths because I feel their anxiety right now. I'm looking at Brad. He's so nervous. He's so uncomfortable just thinking about the idea of missing a test.
I am. I'm uncomfortable. I'm like legitimately trying to remember what I'm going to talk about the Bucks because my brain is scrambled eggs right now. It really is. I'm sweating. My pace.
You didn't do this. You didn't miss a final. I did.
I just putting myself in your shoes. I just knowing that happened in the world. It makes me like upset.
I forgot to pay a dang parking ticket on time, so it went up, and I was all mad and upset at myself. And this man forgot to take an exam, a whole exam. See, that's the problem. That's why you shouldn't give people. That's why you shouldn't give people free stuff because they take advantage of it. And they don't care. He had a whole free education, and then he took it for granted.
No, I didn't. I got the degree.
No, you took it for granted.
No one cares about your GPA once you get a degree.
It's about just the principle of trying to succeed and work hard.
I did.
I hope your baby girl's not listening.
She might be, but she might not understand what's going on.
I was the other thing too. I was so ready for a redemption story, like with Ben. Like
that's on you, Brad.
You know,
that's on you for thinking that.
That is on me because I'm learning my lesson now. Because Ben, I was like, God, my man got the extension. He probably just slammed it home.
It's nonsense. Yeah, we really did think he ended up taking the test.
His t-shirt pit sweat has definitely gotten worse.
It's gotten worse. I can feel it.
Can we just talk about the fact that this noise we made about him wearing athletic gear and all this Jaguar stuff, and this is
nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed. Just the logo. Well, nothing's changed. He got sweatpants on today with a I don't even know what this shirt's about. A fishing shirt on. I don't know what is going on.
Okay, two things.
That looks free too.
Two things in commentary to that. One. I never signed anything that said I'm going to increase the level of formality of my wardrobe. So until the big boss men say, you know what, Brad, you're looking a little too sloppy, you got to dial it in, I'm going to keep on wearing this. Number 2, this is kind of like a quick free ad. I'm wearing Hook Performance Fishing. The guy who started this company, Drew Herma.
Oh, take it off.
Take it off.
My
You got to do the rest of
I will rip it off.
That man ended Kyle's football.
Hogan style right now.
800-990-3776. It's either good or it's bad. It's Ron and the Key. Welcome in.
So 2 things really quick. First, that famous coach that you mentioned on YouTube, Brad, is now coaching against the amazing likes of me in 7th grade girls basketball. Faced him 3 times this year.
Mark Adams?
But more importantly, to the top, yeah.
Oh, man. He's a schemer now. You got to watch out for him. He's got a good game plan going.
Yeah. So more importantly, to what Ben's GPA was, Ben, to put it in you and I's old terms, that's like asking what somebody's KD is when they have a cheat in. What does it matter what your GPA was? It's not legit.
Dropping Ron. It is legit.
What is a KD?
This is when, so like I said, Ron and the Key's joining us. It's either going to be good or bad. And that was bad because he went too inside video game terms. A kill-death ratio in Call of Duty.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Goodness
KD.
gracious.
Yeah, he just compared video games to academic institution grade point average.
He brought up something that was on the YouTube chat with Brad Nortman on the air. And then he brought up Call of Duty kill-death ratio. Let's put it as a nominee as the worst call on Kyle Bruston Nortman's history.
I was like, what did I miss with this Mark Adams? I was like, who is this Adams guy? Legitimately, it was like, I must have missed
Chris,
something.
yell at Ron and the Key next time, please.
Yeah, that was all right. Ron even knows that was bad.
We will hear from Jeff Hafley as he meets the media for the first time tomorrow during our show. That's good news.
I love my boy. That's my boy. That's my boy, Jeff Hafley.
I'm excited to hear what he has to say.
He's going to get you fired up.
We're going to know a thing or two after we hear those words.
He's going to be very direct because remember, he's a head coach. He's going to be very direct, assertive, and let you know exactly what the game plan is and his excitement to work with you.
I can tell you what, no matter what he says, Kyle's going to love it.
It's going to be fantastic. I cannot wait. I've been waiting for this.
All right, we got to get to the Milwaukee Bucks. I've teased it too much, and I really do want to hear from Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike and what he had to say in our reactions coming up next. Milwaukee Bucks, will they get it right?
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman.
Ben's pretty good at impersonations.
Hey, he's pretty good.
I
either crush him or suck at him.
He's pretty good at faking it.
Yeah, being a faker.
Yeah, that's
exactly what it is.
Well, that's what acting is.
Why can't we come together?
Yeah, you
now?
were very creative in faking it. Good job.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
We still have some delays westbound 94 leaving the Marquette interchange, actually starting at about 25th Street. That's where it starts to slow down all the way to Hawley Road. The eastbound side is pockets of heavy traffic from 76th Street all the way to about 35th. Southbound 41 backing up from Silver Spring all the way down to Burleigh. Other than that, westbound 894 a bit heavy from 27th Street through the Loomis construction zone. Traffic is brought to you by the Harley-Davidson Museum. Don't miss the Mama Tried Motorcycle Show and the HD Factory Outlet Sale in Rumble on the Harley-Davidson Museum's campus from February 22nd through the 25th. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, mostly cloudy skies, slight chance for showers later on to the south, a low of 38. Then tomorrow, slight chance for showers early, decreasing clouds, a high of 50. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Loziga on 94.5 ESPN.
Football guy.
What the hell happened to Bucky on your hat?
Football guy.
A lot of wear and tear for old B.
Coming at it from different views.
I'm just saying he's well worn. I mean, his face is missing. Okay, well, it's probably time for me to freshen that up. Bucky wants to flip you off right now.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Also sponsored by Coors Light. Weekdays 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN. And available wherever you get your podcasts with Wisconsin On Demand.
Hey, it's Gary Olson here for Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center. Looking for that midday escape? Or maybe you want to impress a client? No matter the season, rain, snow, or shine, Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center is open for you. A top-tech, cutting-edge golf experience that gives you the chance to play legendary courses. Wisconsin Indoor Golf Center simulators, entertainment, and best Bloody Marys make it feel like summer all year round. Just $35 an hour gets you a round and puts that summer feel back in your life. Book your bay at WisconsinIndoorGolfCenter.com.
Ever wonder how the best athletes find the power to jump higher, cut quicker, skate smoother, drive farther, and stick the landing? At Prevea Orthopedics in Green Bay, we know power starts with the hips. That's why Dr. Michael Ryan and our team of experts provide comprehensive and advanced expertise in hip care, unlike anywhere else. Come to Prevea Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, where we can preserve your hips so you can pursue your goals. Prevea Orthopedics, specializing in you.
The Saganiac Planning Fantastic Finish, January 20th, 2006. A Big East battle at home against Notre Dame. It's 65 all, and Marquette inbounded the ball from midcourt with 12 seconds left. Down to 5 seconds, Joe Chapman on the right wing passed to Steve Novak, who ran in front of Chapman to get the pass. Novak dribbled into the right corner, and with 2 seconds left, faded to the right, put up a jumper just inside the three-point line. It was money. Oh, baby, final. Marquette 67, Notre Dame 65. Who makes dental and vision insurance simple? That's easy. Delta Dental of Wisconsin. If you ask yourself who encourages you to use your dental and vision benefits for preventative care, provides quick service, offers access to the largest provider networks, and helps you save money when you need more than a checkup, there's only one answer. Definitely Delta Dental. For more information, call Eric Pearson, Saganiac Planning, 262-783-6161. Eric Pearson, Saganiac Planning, named synonymous with employee benefits and top-notch service.
With a local Milwaukee team, Fifth Third Bank knows what success looks like. They've been serving businesses and individuals in the area for nearly 15 years, including a long-standing commitment to the healthcare industry. From expansion to technology to reducing the risk of fraud, Fifth Third offers a full suite of financial services and solutions across the healthcare spectrum to meet the complex moments you're navigating. Fifth Third Bank, National Association, custom solutions built around your goals, member FDIC.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
You ain't nothing but a dog player. I get it. Fraud player. I get it.
If you're like me, you're getting to the age where you're getting injuries and you're not even sure how they got there. I did something to my ankle. Can't run on it the same way since then. You know what I do in that moment? I call my friends at QC Kinetics. That's because QC Kinetics has been helping people alleviate and get rid of and eliminate their joint pain for a long time now. If you have knee pain, back pain, shoulder pain, hip pain, whatever, arthritis or injury, QC Kinetics is the place to go. They are changing the state of healthcare, and steroids and surgery, they're not their only option. QC Kinetics has advanced regenerative treatments that harness your body's own ability to restore and repair your damaged joint tissue. It's revolutionary, and they're allowing you to get your life back. You will live life of motion and activity to do whatever you want to do. They have long-term relief with no downtime. QC Kinetics is the place for you. Give them a free call, a free consultation, and give them a call. QC Kinetics at 414-285-3474. That's 414-285-3474. 414-285-3474.
Kyle Bruston Nortman. I'm Ben Brust. That was Brad Nortman. Kyle Wallace is the Packer backer. And Chris Larson is running the show. 800-990-ESPN, 800-990-3776 is the ESPN Wisconsin talk and text line. But I do want to hear from Evan Cohen. He's from Unsportsmanlike on ESPN Radio. Evan, Chris Canny, Michelle Smallman, they are on 5 to 7 on 94.5 ESPN. And, you know, there's been a lot of noise when it comes to the Bucs and Doc Rivers, J.J. Redick, Pat Beverly. And he gives his thoughts on what the Bucs need to do.
I don't know that the Milwaukee Bucks right now have any other choice, and it's not their choice, but to win a championship for this to work. Like, I don't think you can get to the finals for this to be considered a success, the Eastern Conference Finals. I think this is as much pressure as any team in sports right now has. Like, the only way out of this is to win. Like, the only way to shut everyone up is to win, and not just win enough to be a 2 seed, win it all.
I couldn't agree more with Evan Cohen when it comes to this, because I've been saying that, like, everything that's happened from the Bucs organization has led to the point of him saying they need to win a championship, because you won a championship, fired that coach, you brought in a new coach to replace him that you fired in the third shortest tenure of NBA history. Giannis is talking about how he wants to win another championship, didn't promise himself to Milwaukee if it's not the best place for him to win a championship. I'm not saying it isn't, but it may not be if things don't turn around fast. And Brad, I think I know you disagree, and I'm fascinated as to why.
I absolutely disagree. For me, if the Bucks make the Eastern Conference Finals, take Boston to Game 7, whether they win or lose, that is now a success for the Milwaukee Bucks. And here's why I say that. Guys, the way they're playing right now, the drama of the organization, the poor play on the court, this team is set up right now to be a first-round exit. That's how they're playing right now. They're not giving me any sense of confidence that they're going to walk into the playoffs and be able to take hold of any given series. That is how far it's come. This is not the NBA championship team that we were rooting for in 2021, and it wasn't the team that Boston beat a couple of years ago. This is the team that has descended far down the line in the NBA. We were just talking about grades and GPA and kind of trying to climb back. This is like starting your first set of exams and getting all C's. And all of a sudden you're thinking, you know what? I might not even be able to get back to an A in this class. I got to work my butt off just to get to a B, and maybe I can take that momentum to next semester to actually get an A. So for where this team is, how far they have fallen in the NBA landscape, if they can claw their way back to a Game 7 with Boston, the best team in the NBA, then their growth between this point and that point will have been nothing short of impressive. And whether they win or lose, they will have restored confidence and stability in the team to be able to pull that forward next year. Because I don't think they're winning an NBA championship this year. At least they can get to that point to get confidence and optimism for next season. And next season is when they can make the finals and actually win.
Giannis ain't waiting for next season, right? And I'm not saying he would leave, but like that's a horrible mindset to have as a fan. It's a horrible mindset if you have that in an organization. And to take your GPA type mindset, I think I did this with the Green Bay Packers. As it comes to the NBA season, especially for a team that is going to go to the playoffs, in which this Milwaukee Bucks team is, whatever happens in that playoffs, the regular season is 20% of the grade. It is. It's 20% of the grade. As frustrated as I may be and fans may be, it's 20% of the grade, but it's an important part of whatever the 80% of the grade is, right? Last year, F. Even with the 20% that was an A in the regular season, great regular season record, 80% of the grade was an F. It was a failure, despite what Giannis quote ever said is about steps to building success. As black and white as it is, as black and white as sports are, there's a scoreboard, there's a record, and there's what you did. And when you look back, it doesn't matter what they did in the regular season for that 20% of your grade. The 80% was an F. So I look at this season and I say to myself, the 20% of the grade for the regular season, the best it could get for me is a C probably. I guess if you find a way to a 1C, it becomes an A. But the best you can do is a C. But I don't want to be a C with all the transition. I don't even want to be a D with all the transition heading into the playoffs where 80% of your grade is based off what you do. When you have all this transition and this isn't teams of past where you'd be like, well, they've done it before. I heard Jen Latta talk about that, and I couldn't agree more. That's why in this scenario of using of weighted grade, the playoffs, I have no faith that they can win the championship based off everything that's happened, other than the fact that hope that the personnel can figure this out, because Doc is giving me no reason to believe that he can help this team.
I've never seen so much negativity and so much doom and gloom over a team that is a top 10 NBA team this year in the standings and a top 3 team in their own.
Here comes the blinders.
No, it's not even blinders. Like, listen, I agree with Evan. We talked about this yesterday and the previous week. It's just all this negativity. You're talking about my team's a C? A C? How are you a top 10 team and you're getting a grade of a C? You're a top 3 team.
Fired your coach in the middle of the damn season, Kyle.
Really
because
bad right now.
don't sit here and act like that. Listen, They didn't sit here and look at the exam and say, "Oh my gosh, we're getting C's." No, they looked at the exam and said, "You know what? I'm getting a B plus right now. We're getting a B right now, but we're not reaching our full potential. I see some potential faults in the way that I'm studying, the way that I'm preparing."
You really felt like when you were at that game, you were feeling like that team was a B.
It was a bad performance. The team
there were
overall,
so many that you were frustrated
but the
about.
team still had a very good record. They were still, I believe, at that time, were they a 1 seed or a 2 seed at that time? I know it was close between them and Boston at that moment. Just because they're not reaching their full potential does not mean this is a C team. But what I will say is this, is that I agree with Evan. I said this before. This isn't about winning the Eastern Conference. You didn't bring Damian Lillard, one of the best players to play basketball on this team, just to compete in the playoffs. You didn't bring him in for that. This is a championship or bust window that we are in. We should not be satisfied. We should not settle. We should not be happy if the Bucks do not win a title. Anything short of winning a championship, and I don't care what Giannis has to say, you can send this to him, would be a failure. It is a complete failure. You are not playing in the NBA this year just to make progress for next year. No, we are playing in the NBA this year to win a championship. We ain't the Charlotte Hornets. We ain't the Memphis Grizzlies missing players. We are the Milwaukee Bucks with two of the best players in the NBA and the best players in the world. The expectation is championships, and nothing else will be accepted. Accepted or accepted. I don't care which one it is. I agree with Kyle on that front. But what I'll reiterate from what he was saying is, and why Brad is just wrong. I want you to argue against me.
Oh, I'm gonna.
You had said if they make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, and you had said, I'm fine with it being next season. Well, guess what happens if you have a bad playoffs or don't get to the finals? That gives the man who we all love an out to say, look, with all the things that happened, whether he had a hand in it or not, I don't feel like the Milwaukee Bucks are the place where I can win my second championship. That was evident to what is important to him and his legacy, right? There's been Giannis, the marvelous journey. You know what's part of that marvelous journey is what he wants to do even further. And he talked about it this offseason. And the Bucks answered. They did what they needed to do by getting Dame, but also you can't have 4 or 5 coaches within the last 2-3 years be on, I mean, I guess just 2 years, right? To be on this team. If you count intern.
No. In the last year. It has been less than a calendar year since Booty
You can't
got
give Giannis any reason to think that this organization isn't trying to, not trying. There's no try. Isn't putting him in the best situation to win a championship. You can't say the word next year, otherwise it's giving him an out.
It doesn't give me any pleasure to say that. It doesn't give me any pleasure to say that my expectations have faded so far away, because I was saying the same things as you guys in October. When the Bucks traded for Damian Lillard, we were sitting here celebrating. I was thinking LeBron James style. Not 1, not 2. How many could the Milwaukee Bucks get? And it was championship or bust. I still think the entire tenure of Damian Lillard with Giannis, it is however many seasons they get, they got to get one championship. But for this, what were you going to say?
Don't allow poor performance to change the expectations.
But you have to.
That is not to be.
You have to.
No.
At some point, you have to look at what's in front of your eyes, and you have to change expectations.
Nope.
Because from this team, think about what I described. This Milwaukee Bucks team taking the Celtics, who are playing great basketball, best team in the NBA by far. If they take them to a 7th game, think about the progress that this terrible, dramatic,
they're
undisciplined,
not a terrible
old
team.
They are terrible. They're playing terrible.
Stop
Kyle.
saying
they
that.
are.
This is a top 3 seed.
Think about
Kyle. You're a clown. You sound like a clown.
The way they're playing right now is terrible. And think about the growth.
You're right about the expectations for the team.
How
but
are you not saying this is a terrible basketball team? Is the dang Detroit Pistons. A terrible basketball team is
for the expectations. For the expectations you have, this team is no good.
Yes. Think about how long of a way they have to go between the version of this team and the version of the team I'm describing. That's taking Boston Celtics to Game 7. That is massive improvement in a short period of time.
So wait a minute.
So it's just unrealistic for me to think that they can do that.
So the team that has beaten Boston this year already, this team has beaten good basketball teams. The issue that they have is they cannot consistently perform at a high level against any team. And we see the correction.
That's concerning.
We're seeing, but they're winning. They
lost to two-way players and G Leaguers, man.
Yes, the Memphis game was the one bad game. Other than that, the
Detroit, Utah that you were at.
No, that was all prior to hiring Doc.
They're 3-7. They're worse scoring
they
points.
Went on the West Coast on a trip, a very difficult
you
West Coast trip.
You sound like Doc with all of your excuses for this team.
It's gotten worse since Doc came over. More excuses, more vocal, worse play.
What I'm saying is this. If we kind of don't look at the fact that the team is 3-7 and we look at the areas that you want to hope you find improvement, they fire Adrian Griffin for what? Defensive issues that this team have. They have played better defensively. Now, offensively, they haven't been as great as they were before, but the big issue that we were concerned about was defense. Giannis, Dame, Chris, and Brooke, they going to get theirs in the playoffs. They're going to get you buckets. If you can solve that defensive issues, everything else will come with time for this Milwaukee Bucks team. But again, I don't want you to say the expectations have changed. This ain't the Green Bay Packers who got a brand new starting quarterback in Jordan Love. You can change the expectations for that where you beat the Bears and then all of a sudden you find yourself at 2-1 and then you're losing some games and then you shift on just focusing on progression. No. You focus on progression when you have a young, up-and-coming team that doesn't have experience. When you have championship experience on your roster, we ain't changing nothing for you.
No,
because
we haven't talked about
the same.
I mean, Brad has talked about changing expectations. I'm not talking about changing expectations. I believe that the expectations for this team should be to win an NBA title, but for you to be blind to how disastrous it has been to this point is a failure of you being blind.
No, it's been a lot of stuff going on, but at the end of the day, for you guys not to think that this team can turn it around with the talent that they have. Doc Rivers, you can say what you want about Doc and his failures to win championships, but Doc Rivers has won a lot of basketball games. And you can say what you want about
that.
I mean, you cannot want to care about that, but that actually
But that is the truth. He has a resume. His resume matters.
Experience matters. If we're having this same conversation come a month from now, then yes, I will be concerned. But I don't think we need to be talking about expectation being Eastern Conference Finals. I don't need to think we need to be talking about this has been a disastrous season when we're still in the middle of the season. Let everything play out, and then let's let our judgment come.
All right, you know what, Brad? Let's just let everything play out. We won't do we won't do a radio show.
What are we talking about?
We're not going to do a radio show until the season's over, and then we're going to give our grades.
We'll reflect on it.
We're not going to use our eyes and what the Bucks have shown us in how the organization's handled things.
It's just been so bad.
We'll just be propaganda. I can't wait.
I just can't believe a team that literally has a top 10 record in the NBA, a top 3 team in the East, we're saying is having
your take stinks, and just take a bath in it.
Absolutely not. The only reason I'm taking a bath in it is because the Bath Authority bad. But other than that, you two, you can come in my bathtub with the Bath Authority. That's it.
No, because it doesn't have anything of knowledge in there.
It would wash off the stench of your stupidity. That's exactly what it do. But also, it can wash off any stench that you may have. Ben was talking about his baby having a couple poopsies today. Well, you know what? The Bath Authority has something for Ben as well. Because if your bath or shower is old or outdated, has mildew or any broken tiles, you got to call my friends at the Bath Authority. The Bath Authority provides the highest quality bathroom remodeling products along with a world-class customer experience. Their modern, durable tubs and showers are designed with an exclusive high-tech polymer liner. What that means is he'll be low maintenance, resistance to mold and mildew, easy to clean, and last for decades. Plus, it comes with a lifetime warranty. All Bath Authority products are 100% made in the USA and can be installed in as little as 1 day by a certified factory technician. Call today and get $1,000 off a new shower or bath plus 36 months of interest-free financing. Yes, 36 months of interest-free. Y'all seen them interest rates. Interest-free financing. You're their priority at the Bath Authority. Elevate your bathroom to a new level of luxury, style, and safety. Schedule your free in-home estimate today and get $1,000 off your new shower or bath plus 36 months of interest-free financing. TheBathAuthority.com. TheBathAuthority.com. Hey, that's where a better bath awaits.
Brad Nortman has a thing that I'm intrigued about. I don't even know where this is going, but he has an issue with shallow pockets.
That's right.
Okay. We'll hear it next.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman, KBN.
You should be happy Pac-Man Jones had this on his headphones, or he definitely would have pulled it up on you.
I think Pac-Man's lucky I didn't have this on my headphones.
Oh, you right.
I would have been. I'm really feeling swaggy and confident.
You say, yeah, you're in my space. What you gonna do?
Because even just hearing the song, like, for those who on the YouTube, they can see I'm bobbing my head right now. Like, this is like, okay.
Go ahead, say ski.
Ski.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Still kind of heavy on westbound 94 as you're making your way out of the Marquette interchange all the way through to about Mitchell Boulevard. Heads up with that. A bit of a backup there. The eastbound side slowing down from 76th Street through the stadium as well. Southbound 41 backing up from Appleton Avenue all the way down to almost Burleigh. And a couple of pockets of heavy traffic along 43 southbound from Fond du Lac Avenue through the Marquette and over the high rise. And then in another couple pockets heading down towards the KK River. Traffic is brought to you by the Delafield Brewhouse, now on tap, Hopped Up and Hazy, a New England-style IPA with bright grapefruit and citrus aromas. Drink ale, live lager, the Delafield Brewhouse. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, mostly cloudy, slight chance for showers later on to the south, a low of 38. Tomorrow, slight chance for showers early, decreasing clouds, a high of 50. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Looking for a totally rad flavor adventure, brochachos? Look no further than Surfer Boy Pizza as seen in Stranger Things. Each mouthwatering variety contains rich tomato sauce, delicious mozzarella cheese, and a gnarly range of toppings. The crust is crispy on the outside and airy on the inside. You'll think it was hand-tossed by the Surfer Boy Pizza dudes themselves. Look for it in the freezer aisle at your local store and buckle up your taste buds with Surfer Boy Pizza.
Be greeted by an owner at America's largest employee-owned jewelry store.
Welcome to Kessler's.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Evan Cohen, Chris Canty, and Michelle Smallman.
I'm just trying to figure out when we actually need to sound the alarm for what's going on with the Milwaukee Bucks, because I just want to know when it's okay to panic. I mean, if firing the head coach when you have the second best record in the conference before the All-Star break isn't the time to panic, isn't the time to sound the alarm, when is it okay to panic about what we're seeing from the Milwaukee Bucks? Because I feel like this is the time now. After the Doc Rivers comments yesterday, when he was questioning what the hell ownership was doing, and you could sense him walking it back a little bit in terms of how he framed it, but when he's questioning what the hell ownership is doing before he steps into the job, I don't know that that's going to lend itself to being able to have success. So when is it okay to panic about what's going on in Milwaukee?
It feels like now. Now feels like the time to panic, right?
At Lowe's, save big every day when you buy in bulk. Save 10% when you buy 68 or more select OSB sheathing. Plus, save an extra 5% every day on eligible purchases when you use your Lowe's business credit card. Visit us for the materials you need. Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details. 5% offer subject to credit approval. Exclusions and terms apply. See store at lowes.com/credit for details. U.S. only.
Tax day is coming.
Oh, no.
But if you sign up for Robinhood Gold's IRA with a 3% match, you can get up to $195 for the 2023 tax year.
Oh, yeah.
Sign up at Robinhood.com/boost by tax day to get the biggest contribution match on the market. Subscription fees apply.
Investing involves risk. 3% match requires gold for 1 year from first match. Must keep IRA for 5 years. Robinhood Financial, LLC, member SIPC.
My name is Rob, and I was seriously injured. When I think of Gruber Law Offices, I think of an honest, hardworking team who will fight to represent you. Couldn't be happier with the call that I made that day.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
For general contest rules, visit ESPNWisconsinContest.com.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN, on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Feels good to see the world getting loose.
I'm going to turn it over to our Brad Nortman. We are Kyle Brust and Nortman. I'm Ben Brust alongside Kyle Wallace and aforementioned Brad Nortman. Chris Larson running the show. 800-990-3776. On YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee. Brad, just take it away.
Well, Kyle already called out my wardrobe today, so I'll save all you listeners the suspense. I am wearing sweatpants. I'm an athlete. That's why I wear an athlete's wardrobe.
Yeah,
we're an athlete.
Sweatpants are pretty.
Athlete.
Sweatpants are pretty extreme. I think we should have a conversation.
But they're
about
athletic. They're
I'm
athletic.
going to take that up with management as well.
They're athletic. They're athletic. I'm an athlete. That's my role, my show. That's who I am.
Homer can wear sweatpants because he's old.
Yeah.
Geriatric.
Emmy Award winner.
Emmy Award winner.
Yeah, get it right.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm wearing sweatpants today. I love these sweatpants. They're super comfortable. They're black. They look good with most things. But you know what the problem is? The problem with these sweatpants is they have shallow They have shallow pockets. Nothing ruins a good pair of pants like shallow pockets. I'm putting this iPhone that I got, I'm putting it in my pocket. I sit down 3 times today. 3. It falls right out of these sweatpants. That's because the pockets don't go deep enough for me able to shove my stuff in there that I want to keep safe. Nope. Anytime I sit down, it's a liability that whatever's in these pockets are going to come falling out. And I love me some pockets. So whenever I have shallow pockets, I have to be a heightened sense of awareness that things aren't going to fall out of there.
Well, who's the dummy for getting the sweatpants with shallow pockets?
Or that doesn't have a zipper on the pocket so you can zip it in.
They were free.
Wait a minute.
So first for 15 months, he made his girlfriend walk around Charlotte with one car that he drove to work.
This is actually timely. Next week is the NFL Combine. These are from the NFL Combine, actually.
I thought we were over. I thought we were done with that.
Cool.
I thought you said you were done. done.
Well, I can still secretly wear my other free stuff. Anyway,
do you know, so
these are
and I understand part of this, but do you not like buying clothes because you got so many clothes for free?
Yeah, and I like the clothes. I'm not trying to replace them.
Wait a minute. This shirt is of your friend. Did you pay for anything that you have on it?
I paid for this shirt.
Baloney. He didn't pay for that shirt.
When's the last time you wore something that you had to pay for, Bradley? Goodness gracious.
It's been a minute.
My goodness.
Yesterday, the long sleeve I wore.
That looked donated to. When I say donated.
Yeah, it looked like he was like a fake ambassador for a week, and they gave him some trial gear.
I probably used a gift card. I'm not going to lie. I probably used a gift card.
Gosh. Man, the life is great. Listen, I'm with you. The sweatpants, I hate it when my pockets and phone falls out.
Pockets are the worst.
Wallet falls out. Keys, it's just a whole mess. It's a whole problem. But I'm still just stuck on the fact that this man really thinks it's acceptable. Excuse me.
You can say whatever you want.
Thank you. He thinks it's okay for him to come to work with sweatpants on after he had a whole built-in excuse for 80-some days.
Troy says shallow pockets are the second worst pockets to exist.
Ooh.
First being fake pockets. Terrible. The pocket is already there.
Pockets.
Might as well make a pocket we can use.
That's a very fair point. A fake pocket is absolutely useless.
I don't know. I feel like women's pants have fake pockets.
Yeah, I think so. Maybe it's more tight fitting, so it might make some sense.
Those look a little tight fitting. Maybe you need to go up a size
down.
so the pockets aren't so shallow.
I have been working out these legs, so you know me.
Are you
just cool?
Yeah, so I'm just gonna state this, Brad. You can't come. So I'm glad we did this, but this is a learning lesson. You can't come on the show and say I hate shallow pockets and complain because they were free pants.
He didn't pay for
Go
but it's an
get
observation.
pants that don't have shallow pockets. You can't complain.
But the rest of these pants are so good. It compels me to rewear them because they're so comfortable. They look so good on me. But they're ruined because of shallow.
Why don't you go buy you some? Buy you some pants.
Buy some pants with real pockets and don't complain.
Jeans like these. Buy you some jeans. Okay?
I got
nice
jeans.
deep pockets.
I got you, and
I want to see you wear them. I want to see you in them jeans.
One of these days, I'll dress up. My version of dressing up.
Oh, man, your version of dressing up is dressing like Homer every day.
I should be so lucky.
Hey, wow.
I should be so lucky.
Come on, man.
Homer wears the same thing every week. Do you not, Homer?
Homer looks good.
What's the question again?
You wear the same thing every week. He no longer has to wear gear, and this is what he chooses to wear every single day.
Yeah, I'm an athlete.
That's his excuse. He's an athlete.
What's wrong with what he wears?
Homer, come on now. He's coming in sweatpants and T-shirts every day.
First of all, sweatpants are nice. T-shirts are nice. You have crappy sweatpants, crappy T-shirts. You gotta be. That shirt's every bit as nice as yours.
No, This shirt is a statement shirt. That shirt is an evil
statement shirt.
This is a statement shirt. I don't wear shirts on.
You didn't say statement shirt. You said that's not nice. Oh, statement shirt.
There's a difference between supporting some loser and supporting Black Power.
No, it's a T-shirt.
I look better, and I got jeans on.
Well, Homer's going to join us next, and he's the ultimate Doc Rivers Bucks defender.
Yeah.
Forward Healthy Lifestyle. Yeah. Forward Healthy Lifestyles has shown me. I just mocked Homer. That was mean, but I don't regret it. Forward Healthy Lifestyles has showed me that getting older, which I am, believe it or not, is meaning I don't have to feel like I have less energy, less muscle, less endurance. You can have the opposite of that by working with Forward Healthy Lifestyles because they optimize your hormone levels, including testosterone. They provide those cutting-edge regenerative medicine therapies to help you lose stubborn weight with programs like semaglutide. I'm telling you, I got the blood work done, got the blood panel done, and it changed my life, the energy I have. We made a plan. We worked together, and you can do the same by visiting ForwardHealthyLifestyles.com for your free consultation. That's ForwardHealthyLifestyles.com for a free consultation. Homer joins us next.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman.
I put my card in, I pump. When it clicks, I pull it out, I put it away, and I move on to my own.
That's what she said. Thanks so much, Olte.
She pumps and moves on with her life.
Take it out, put it in, move on. That's what she said. Come on, Kyle, keep up. That's Packers Hall of Famer. That was one of my better ones, and he's confused.
Well,
he's still fixated on Lola Bunny.
No, I don't think she says that.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com. Football Guy.
Good morning, Tausch. How are you?
Football Guy.
Old T's a little, I'm not feeling 100%.
Coming at it from different views.
No, just I think with all that little stuff that's going around and the long trip back from the loo, I'm going to grind.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Also sponsored by Coors Light. Weekdays 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN. And available wherever you get your podcasts with Wisconsin On Demand.
What do you get when you combine 300 competitors racing on a Dr. Pepper syrup-soaked racetrack?
Wait. Did you say a Dr. Pepper-soaked racetrack?
It's Flat Out Friday. Indoor flat track motorcycle races.
Friday, February 23rd.
Enjoy classes from amateur to pro, mini bikes to baggers, and vintage to modern. An adrenaline-filled night of thrills and spills that's fun for the whole family. Flat Out Friday. Indoor flat track motorcycle races. Hart Circus, Hart Rock Show.
Friday, February 23rd.
Get tickets at FiservForum.com.
Hey, Drew Scott here, and I'm Jonathan Scott, reminding you that life's better with a home policy from American Family Insurance. They can help you get just the right protection at just the right price and help you save when you bundle home and auto. Kind of like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. It'll be just right for you. We love a custom build. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
UW Credit Union presents the Student Athlete of the Week, supporting local student athletes as they grow on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. UW Credit Union is here for every you. Learn more at uwcu.org. Here's Ashton Rockman with the UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week.
This week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week is Kettle Moraine basketball player Will Stuckey. The 6'1 senior guard has been one of the driving forces behind Kettle Moraine being one of the top seeds in the WIAA boys basketball tournament bracket, entering the week with a 19-3 record on the season. As part of that top seed season, Stuckey has 16.5 points per game and is shooting 47% from three, an improvement on last year's already solid 40%. The Blazers will get a regional quarterfinal bye to start the tournament, a tournament, by the way, which they qualified for state last season. Stuckey does have plans to keep pursuing basketball at the next level as well. He has committed to St. Norbert College, where he will play Division III basketball. Congratulations to this week's UW Credit Union Student Athlete of the Week, Will Stuckey.
Cube Club of Wisconsin is the hangout spot for watching sports, playing games, and having some drinks. Mike, what do you have going on over there?
We have so much going on. We're the place to be for basketball season, with TVs everywhere. Book a party in our VIP room, which includes a private pool table, 2 shuffleboard tables, and 4 dartboards. Sign up for summer bocce leagues now before they fill up. And of course, we've got our fish fry on Wednesdays and Fridays, where you know we pile it high.
All happening at the Q Club of Wisconsin, North Grandview Boulevard in Waukesha. Check out QClubofWisconsin.com.
It's time for the Ortho ASAP Minute from Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin.
Dr. Daniel Holland from Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin is joining me. Doctor, what makes an OAW surgeon different from most other surgeons?
At Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin, we have all fellowship-trained orthopedic specialists. We have all subspecialties of orthopedics covered through our office, so you can see anybody from the tips of your fingers to the tips of your toes and everywhere in between.
So let's say someone is feeling pain and they finally walk into OAW for that first time. Can you take me through that process of what's going to happen next?
We always start with an office appointment, which will involve me conversing with the patient, trying to figure out what's happening, and then a physical exam. And we have on-site x-ray and on-site MRI if we should need to move into diagnostic tests of that sort.
The Ortho ASAP Minute is sponsored by Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin. There is a difference.
This is Kyle Bruston Nortman on ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Kyle Bruston Nortman. Somebody who's got brothers, maybe a sister, who went to Ivy League schools?
Yes, I had a brother got a PhD in astrophysics at Princeton. I had a sister who went to Cornell. Yeah, he was. I was so stupid not to understand how smart he was. Then a sister PhD at Cal Berkeley.
So wait, are you the dumbest in your family? Because you're smart
Close.
to me.
No, I got a brother who was a better tennis player. He was all Big Ten at Indiana. He and I were about the same. I was okay. I just didn't. I mean, I don't have a whole.
I got into Stanford.
You're competing with all-stars with your siblings.
you are.
That is an all-star cast.
There was only one. My brother Mike, who sadly passed away. There's no way to comprehend. Now, our grandfather on our one side was off the charts smart as well. Like, he stopped doing crossword puzzles, New York Times crossword puzzles. They're too easy. Ask him, it's too easy. So he found some other ones. And no, he was just off the charts. Like, one of the top high school scientists, got everything free, worked for all these different, companies. And then I think he finished up working for the CIA or something. When he passed away, the government came in and went all through his house.
Oh!
He had one of the highest. He told us that he was working on maps.
That's interesting because I know somebody whose father had a job like that as well. And I guess even the family even doesn't know what the job actually is.
Exactly.
They lie about it because I guess after he retired, he was able to say, yeah, I worked at a high level.
No, he passed away in his late 50s, so we never knew. And he said he worked in maps, and I didn't. Only my older brother told me, the government had to come through his house. They had 3 girls. It's really sad. His wife was a scientist. They both passed away. They had 3 girls, 15, 17, and 18 orphans.
Oh, that's horrible.
At that age. And they've gone on great since then. But anyway, so they were just scientists, and they think her family, his late wife's family, thought it was because of the radiation stuff they were involved with. But anyway, I don't know. We never did any celebration for him his whole life. He won every award. He's going to Indiana, and then he's going to Princeton. Only thing we ever did was go help him get out of his room at Indiana. Mm-hmm. And I'm helping it out, and he had lime vodka. And I went, lime vodka? You drink lime vodka? You're one of the smartest people in the world. You drink lime vodka? I didn't even know it existed. It looks like fluorescent green or something.
I mean, by the time we went to college, all the little
moving him out.
What?
Moving him out?
Oh, just helping him get out of his. He was done at Indiana. He was.
That's
and
what
the
I'm saying.
greatest thing he did. He was just so much better than the rest of us. So he's in this dorm, and they have this race at Indiana, the bike race. They did the movie
I know what you're
on
talking
Breaking
about.
Away. Anyway, so it always was the frats, and they would bring a bike guy in, cyclist, and then they would compete. He was in a dorm. They had a shirt, Smart Jocks. They qualified. They were the first dorm ever to qualify to be in the race. They finished dead last, but still, we're all just such losers compared to him. I'm sorry you didn't know him.
I'm sorry too. It sounds like an incredible dude.
And the war. So he got drafted. He was going to have to go in.
Oh, he faked something, didn't he?
No, he didn't fake anything. He realized he looked in like he weighed. He was pretty skinny. And he said, well, how much do you have to weigh? And they go, 110 or whatever. He lost 20 pounds, so he was too light to. Now, 110. How he ever would have, you think they'd look at it and say, I guess we want this guy on the front lines. I mean, he had to be in intelligence, but no, he lost whatever weight was necessary. And I thought, I don't get the Army because I'd be the guy behind him and just put my foot on the scale. Oh, you made it, son. You're in. But, yeah, he lost enough weight.
Well, I'm thankful that he used his brain for government work later because that sounds much more valuable.
Yeah.
So
Homer joining us here on Kyle Bruston Nortman.
Then we should get to your. You didn't go to college. Come on.
I did go to college. I have a degree.
You guys are both great college athletes. He went to college, and they did whatever they did. They're going to do that.
I didn't even tell you about my 1 credit breathing and relaxation class.
Yeah.
No.
Oh.
Breathing and relaxation.
Oh, credit.
And no one would know you two went to the same college. You went to college and you mean I can take bowling 8 times? Yeah.
Oh, man. I love to bowl. I wish I would have.
No, what are the classes? These classes were so. When I was there, it was ag econ.
Yeah,
and a lot of the football players were in ag econ.
What is agriculture econ?
We didn't know what it was, but we knew what it was. At Notre Dame, every football player was in life sciences or whatever. No, I think what it was. And what it was no major. All you had to do was have a certain number of credit, liberal arts or whatever. Every football player knows the same thing. So you don't have to have a major. You just have to have 120
What do people
credits.
do after they graduate?
They don't even think anybody. That's their problem.
I've seen the NCAA commercials. Only a percent of athletes go on to play pro. Everybody else graduates to a profession. I mean,
I changed the channel when that one came on.
see,
not happening.
They wanted to go to that school. You wanted to go to play basketball.
Absolutely.
If they would,
and I got it great to great.
If they would have required you to do more, it's possible that you could have done it.
Oh, absolutely.
We don't know.
It's all about application. I was actually very good at my classes in my major because I did enjoy them.
Right.
I didn't enjoy all the other crap. If I was passionate about it, I would do it.
But I mean, like
living with wildlife, I wasn't passionate about.
Stanford, you think those kids could be up there? The kids in the class, come on!
I would have loved Ben to have actually gone to Stanford and done that. That would have been such a thrilling story.
Oh, it'd been great to have him talk about.
Yeah,
we don't know, but in 5 minutes, he could call someone and find out what his major would have been.
Probably.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Probably. Now, Homer, why are you such a defender of?
I like Doc Rivers, and I understand he's very controversial because he's had an amazing number of ahead 3-1 loss. I mean, he's won a championship, and I want to see what he can do.
Homer, has your expectations changed for the season?
Yes,
because I would say
people that think it's a championship, those are the people that haven't followed the Bucs.
So what are we doing this for?
What do you mean? What are we doing this for?
Are we
They
preparing
brought a
for next
coach
year?
This year, next year, yeah, they brought him in.
Have you seen this roster? And they have no money to spend. They are aging. There is no reason why we should be saying, "Oh, well, maybe no."
They're only gonna get older.
This is win now. They have no flexibility at the cap.
You can't look at their performance on the court and say, "Yeah, they're going to win the championship." To me, if they get to Game 7 of Eastern Conference Finals, that's a success for this team.
In the last 5 years, they've only been in the championship game once. When's the last time they were even in the Eastern Conference Finals?
But that's why the expectation should be to get back. Because if it's not, why would Giannis be here after he said, "I want to win a second championship"? When you're telling me they've been to the championship,
because they overreacted in every way. Because they got a crazy man owner, Wes Edens. They shouldn't have fired the coach. They could have kept. The only thing that happened last year is Giannis was hurt. You regroup and do it again. This year, same coach, same players.
Wait a minute. You think that playoff loss to the Miami Heat was because Giannis was hurt?
Yes.
I don't know. They were beating us with Giannis healthy.
Correct, but you don't believe in that group? You don't think they would? You couldn't have retooled it again?
Only because I've seen what that group did to me before. I think it was in a bubble where they hurt me, and then also against Toronto where we had we were 2-0.
But they won the championship after that.
I understand that, but I'm still scarred, Homer. I'm a Milwaukee Bucks fan. Aren't you scarred from all this fandom?
You need therapy. You won a championship. You're a champion forever. They could do crap the rest of your life. You got one. You're in the club.
Send me your therapist. I need help.
All right. So now, you bring a coach in the middle. Doc's got 4 years. If it was this year or bust, he'd be the coach the rest of the year.
Will be 30.
Nothing like having
he's not going to do it.
Nothing
for
like
4
have
years.
a guy sign for 4 years that you're going to pay for him to go outwardly and call out ownership for firing the guy before him. What a great.
He's a pro and he's going to defend the other coaches. And what they did to the other coach was stupid and crap. He's 31.
You don't call out ownership, Homer.
He's just telling you what happened. He wants you to know that he believes in that guy and wants to know what they did doesn't make sense. But they told him, we've already done it. So now what do you do if you're Doc?
Shut up and win games. Rain Man, Jason Wilde, TVV, all next on the Homer
Doc
Hour
Rivers.
from 5 to 6.
We're not going to have him on.
No, you're not.
Well, we've got an issue on southbound 94 in Kenosha County, south of Highway 165. They've got the left lane blocked for an